Hello, Probert.
Howdy, howdy.
I feel really weird because I feel high up. Got a new chair and it's amazing.
Granville the Tool. I'm literally looking up to you to the point I'm getting a sore neck.
Good. It's about damn time. Welcome to the number one extraterrestrial comedy podcast brought to you by two former MIBs who ransacked the MIB headquarters. I would say we're off the grid, but when one of you is a literal giant and could cause an avalanche with a fart, they tend to leave you alone.
You're talking about yourself
We know
now.
they're listening, but we don't care. We're here to bring you the truth about all things extraterrestrial. If you are new here, I am the Walker of Moons, Granny Moonwalker, and opposite me is Kevin Legrand, aka Tallbeard. He's getting pretty sick and tired of my introductions lately, so I'll cut it short. Piss him off and he'll stomp you like an ant.
What would a tall beard look like?
Go look in the mirror. That's what a tall beard would look
On
like.
someone's face, an actual beard.
Yeah, yours.
I neither have a beard nor tall beard.
You have the greyest of tall beards in the world.
But like, would it stack up above the head? Would it hook round? How does this contraption work?
Well, from the look of yours, you could probably wear it like Bayonetta. It could be part of you. You could make a suit out of it. Grey suit.
I have no beard.
Lies! You are a beard.
You merely adopted it. I was born with one. Raised with one.
Today, we are going to take a look at a mountain. A mountain where there are allegedly, truthfully, streams where water flows against gravity.
So we're due to look at a mountain. We're Mountain Dew. Tumbleweed. Okay, we have a mountain. Something looks a little bit off about this mountain, and I can't quite place my finger on it. So we're looking at a snowy peak.
We are?
And are these houses or is that a forest beneath it?
I think that's a town or a village.
Because
That
it
might
looks
be
like
Turin.
someone's written, say, WrestleMania repeatedly all over the town. And there's like just little text signs everywhere. They don't look like buildings and it's throwing me. Okay, we have another picture of what I assume is the side of a mountain with some scribbles of crosses / birds, a tree or a stick man, and what looks like a UFO.
Or a hat.
Or a hat, or a policeman's hat, or the sun rising on the horizon. And I say that because above this shape of what could be the sun is a round disc that just looks like the sun. Who made this?
Don't know. Engravings in the side of a rock in a mountain.
Mountain Dew. Sooner or later, it's going to break you.
It's the afternoon of December the 8th, and two friends are taking a lovely little hike on Mount Musine.
It's not the name, is it?
Mount Musine
It's not the name.
is situated in Turin, Italy.
Due south. Used to love that TV program.
It wasn't even long.
I must break you.
As they were shooting the shit on their lovely little afternoon hike, they were suddenly blinded. Out of nowhere!
Oh no. Good old Randy Orton makes another appearance in our research notes that no one gets to see but me.
That's why they're there. I must break you. The flash didn't just blind them, but somehow knocked them both out. Clean.
Ooh. They got mibbed.
One of the hikers started to stir and eventually came to. Once they had, they realized that they were alone. Their friend was gone. Panic wouldn't only set in, but it consumed them, which in this scenario is completely understandable.
They became panic itself.
Greybeard, what would you do if we were both hiking, you were knocked out, and when you came to, I was gone? And before you ask, you're not naked.
That's literally what I was going to ask.
You're fully clothed, and your balls are intact.
Not one in the jar. Beautiful.
Which leads me into a perfect segue before you answer.
I'm wondering why you even asked me at this point.
Probers, if you'd like to own Greybeard's left ball, all you have to do is trade me a fully functional, life-size 1967 Shelby GT 500, and his ball is yours.
It's like I saw it coming, but I didn't protect myself from it. I felt it was going in a jar.
When I get that car, you won't see it coming. You'll just wake up one day.
So sorry.
Oh, where am I?
What was the question? I'm on Mountain Dew.
On a mountain of some kind.
Can you give it a name so that I can imagine it? Is it Mountain Dew?
Mount Beard.
So it's Mountain Dew then.
And
Mount Dew.
We're both walking along. All of a sudden, boom, knocked out. You wake up. I'm gone.
So I've got
What
no
do you
protection. Shit. Middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
My first thought would be that we should both try and head towards the nearest civilization, or failing that, light.
Well, scratch that thought, because I'm gone.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm assuming wherever you are, we've been separated, and we both think, okay, let's both head towards the nearest town or the nearest light, because that's where the other one will be.
Okay.
That's my thinking. But what we should have done is agreed before we set out a convenient place for us to meet if we did get separated. I assume you will lead this journey. I wouldn't stay in one spot. I know sometimes people say you should do that because that's the first place people will look, but if we've both been knocked out and one of us is gone, or should I do that? No, I'm going towards civilization.
Going towards civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope you'll do the same. And you won't go back looking for me because I'm gone. Woo!
First thing I'm doing is checking everything's intact.
But you told me everything was intact.
No, I didn't. I just said your nuts were.
Ah. How do you check other things are intact? What's involved in this process?
I'm making sure there are no cuts, scars where there shouldn't be. I haven't been knocked out and a kidney's been taken, stuff like that. Whereas if we were both on a hiking trip, something happened, both got knocked out, came to, and you were there, I would just do shit like take your shoes off and take your socks, and then put your shoes back on and tie your shoelaces together. Just minor little things to inconvenience.
Take your socks off and then put your shoes back on. That's amazing. Oh, you sadistic bastard.
Just minor little things to just inconvenience you. Like, if no doubt you're gonna have like a hat on or a hoodie.
Yeah.
So
probably both.
I will take them off and just turn them the other way around. So you're wearing them backwards. So when you come to, like, what the hell? Like I said, just a little shit that'll inconvenience you and mess with your mind. If I was feeling really, really mischievous, I'd turn your jeans the wrong way around as well. like crisscross. And I'll do the same to me. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Jump.
You go for a poo on the side of the road. You unzip the bag. This is more convenient than I realised.
That was the weirdest little fashion thing.
Yeah.
One of.
To be fair, I've never seen anyone actually do that in public, only crisscross. Maybe it helped them to jump.
I reckon, bearing in mind I was a child back then, I reckon if you go back, there is some pictures of some people around with jeans back to front. Because it was only jeans, wasn't it? Like tops were the right way.
I don't really remember other than the jeans.
Well, the clearly panicked hiker didn't stay still. They rushed to find other hikers that could help them find their missing companion. It wouldn't be until many hours later that they would find the other hiker. The hiker was not in a good way. Their clothes were backwards.
And they had shoes on but no socks. Their socks were on their hands.
Sucker. They appeared to have a severe burn on their leg and was also in shock. It took a while for them to come round, but once they did, ooh, doggy, did they have a story to tell.
Why? Do they remember it?
They remembered it.
Do you reckon they had a few drinks and got carried away and had a really stupid accident with a lighter or something and then came up with an elaborate story to cover up the inherently stupid shit they had done?
I don't see how. Are they both being knocked out by the stupid shit that they've done?
Possibly.
Or are they just
maybe
making
they
the
were trying to
story up?
recreate like a wrestling match in the snow. And they hit a bit of ice in the middle of like a Canadian destroyer. One got knocked out, the other's arse was done. Slid along the ice and gave himself an ice burn.
I was about to say, it doesn't mention what the burn is. Could be carpet burn,
Do we know how
ice burn,
how severe? Are we talking
rug burn.
Are we talking carpet burn or are we talking nearly lost the leg?
We don't know.
Okay. I don't have much to go on as yet. They've lost each other. He's gone to find another group and then found them. He's got a burnt leg.
Mm-hmm.
Who were these other hikers?
Just people that were in the vicinity.
So this was
hiking the mountain.
Quite a populated mountain then. So people could have done things to them, jumped out at them and cracked them on the head with a lighter and then burnt their leg. It's a very hard lighter.
It's possible.
So do we need to be suspicious of the other hiker?
The one that disappeared?
No. The one that's helping to find the one that disappeared.
There's more than one.
I think they've done whatever has been done. And now this other hiker is playing right into their hands. These people look nice, they'll help me. Of course we will.
Oh, those type of hikers.
Yeah.
Just hit my titty on my mic. It feels really weird being this high.
You are unusually high. It's like you're on a throne. And I'm bowing before you.
Yes.
Careful you don't get a nosebleed up there. I know what it feels like.
According to the lost hiker, let's call them Dave.
Let's.
According to Dave, when the flash happened, the flashioning, a large ship appeared from the skies above them.
No.
4 extraterrestrial beings would then descend from the ship down to him. The whole time, Dave wouldn't move. Rather, not that he wouldn't move, more so that he couldn't. But you see, Dave was paralyzed. Paralyzed, Kevin. That means he couldn't move.
I'm aware of what paralysed means. So you mean he couldn't move at all? Clearly not aware what paralysed means. I'm flicking through the dictionary as you're talking here. Wait. Could he move an arm? A leg? How paralysed?
It wasn't long after this that Dave would feel like he was floating. Because he was. They were taking him. Was he about to get slabbed?
No.
Who knows? Because he couldn't remember anything else about what happened.
I've changed my mind then. Yes, he did get slabbed. I was going to say that he didn't because he was making it up. Now that he can't remember it, it's real. He was slabbed. Large ship for extraterrestrials. So the aliens came down and then went back up with him. Maybe.
Sorry, go ahead.
So my theory at the moment is that these are benevolent aliens. They are friendly folk. They have popped into our universe, and the popping in has caused harm to anyone who's witnessed it. Maybe it burst their eardrums, maybe it discombobulates people in some way that we don't understand because it's not technology we're familiar with. They have then gone down to try and heal whoever they've inflicted this agony upon because they don't want to harm people. They're aware it happens and they know how to solve it. The poppening. Yes, the poppening. So they're coming to help humans, badgers, squirrels, anything that's been hurt. They're popping down and sorting them out and then popping off together. And then they take them up to their ship and stick things in their arse.
I was going to mention, maybe it takes all four of them to come down and form like a square around the person. And then they use their powers to lift
They
them.
Megazord together. Or what was it? Captain America? Not Captain America. Captain Planet, sorry. With the rings, they stick them together. Yeah. Go Planet, Captain Planet. He's a hero. No, they don't make cartoons like they used to.
They really don't.
Although saying that...
There's a lot of old cartoons with some dodgy scenes in them.
Oh, absolutely. We put Bluey on. Are you familiar with Bluey? It's on Disney+.
I've heard of it. I've never seen
it's
it.
like a children's program. We put it on for Moxley and he seems to just really like it. He'll just sit there watching it. It's great stuff. I'm learning all sorts of fun games. Mommy! Doopy doop boopy doopy doop boopy doo doo doo. Daddy! Dee 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 doo doopy doopy doo. Moxley! Bum ba da da ba da ba ba da. This is what I do to it.
I was going to say, it's clear that Bluey was put on for grey beard and not the dog.
Yeah, Moxie's like, not again.
There's another one with dogs that my niece watches quite a bit. Can't remember what it's called. It's got some bloody thinking chair. It's got a blue dog, but it's not Bluey. And then it's got another one that's pink called Magenta.
That sounds like
Blue's Clues.
Oh, Blue's Clues. That was around when we were little, wasn't it?
No.
I think it was.
How old are you? Clearly
13.
Kev watches a lot of children's shows.
I'm sure that came out when we were little.
It was around when my sister was little.
She ain't that much younger than us.
She is. Nearly got 15 years on us.
She got kids, man.
Yeah. Months following the event, both of the hikers would suffer horrendously from conjunctivitis.
Ooh.
This wasn't your normal conjunctivitis, grey nuts, aka pink eye.
I don't want no goddamn pink eye.
This was aggressive conjunctivitis.
Pink eye! How'd you get pink eye?
Don't know.
People talk about it like it's an STD.
I have no idea how you get it.
This may be up there with the most ignorant things we've probably said on the podcast, not knowing this, like when we called male cows rather than bulls.
That was you?
It's definitely you.
Nope.
When a lady cow and a man cow want to make a baby cow. I've never had pink eye, so I generally have never considered it, other than seeing it on that South Park episode, and you can't take whatever you've seen on South Park as true.
No.
So it's never occurred to me. I'm not even entirely sure what it is, to be honest. Other than some sort of eye infection.
Yeah. I don't know what it is or how you would get it.
I assume you don't get it from rubbing your eye on a bum or something. I could be wrong, though.
Was it farting in someone's face? Wasn't it that?
I don't really remember.
That's how it started. I don't know.
Oh, dear. So they had pink eye. Maybe it's an alien STD.
Ooh.
Maybe or caused by aliens. Again, they pin you down with one hand over your head, which is quite disturbing. Their dirty fingers go across your eyes whilst they probe you with the other. And they go from one to the next to the next. And at some point, they're rubbing their hands together, scratching their faces and spreading that stuff. Pink eye.
Cyclops from X-Men. I think he's got the most aggressive form of pink eye in the world.
He's got red eye.
So bad he can shoot lasers. Laser beams.
So there you go, folks. If we haven't taught you anything else today... If you get pink eye, let it get really bad, then you'll be able to shoot lasers.
Like Cyclops. It's March 8th, 1996. Two men were doing something.
Blue's Clues was on the TV.
Exactly what? We have no idea. But they were doing something when they saw something crazy.
Let's get crazy.
They saw a cylindrical shaped craft flying over Mountain
Dew.
The craft had a yellow fluorescent glow to it.
Had been drinking too much.
If you were expecting more, that's it.
Oh.
I'm not pulling your leg or hiding an ace up my sleeve. They saw a craft, they reported it, that's it.
Do you know what? One day, and I'm not saying we do this, but we could cover like 100 UFO sightings in an episode, because there are so many that are literally just that. Mm-hmm. Saw a craft in the sky. Here's one blurry photo of it. On to the next. Nothing else happened. There's so many cases like that.
Absolutely.
We could do like a Powerball episode.
Go through the years. 50 years of UFO sightings in one episode.
Maybe we'd have to do that in video format somehow, though, because to describe 100 photos with no other details would be pretty boring for audio listeners, I guess.
I also don't understand why when I went and done my hand movement like I was cupping balls.
Yeah. I kind of just ignored that.
You saw it, processed it, and then just let it be.
Yeah. Just letting you have your moment. Too much Mountain Dew today. You ever had Mountain Dew?
I have, yes.
Do you like it?
It's all right.
What do you reckon it goes like with whiskey?
Probably the same as lemonade or 7-Up.
Your birthday's coming up soon.
That it is. Remember, I need to be warned so I can arrange to get home.
Arrange to be carried home.
Atop the mountain lies a white cross with the words In hoc signo vinces.
Pardon?
Inscribed on it, which translates to In this sign you will win. You may not think that this is significant.
I think it's confusing. Is this a picture you've just shown me of it? Okay, big cross.
What can a cross on a mountain do?
Mountain Dew.
Well, it was this cross that would appear to Constantine I also known as Constantine the Great, who was a Roman emperor. Not only a Roman emperor, but the first one to convert to Christianity. And what caused this? The cross.
In the cross, he won.
Constantine had a dream of this exact cross the day before the Great Battle of Turin. Following the victory, he converted. Is this divine intervention, or did the aliens want them to win? If you thought all of this was weird, there is a pillar at the summit. Somewhere, someone knows how this got there, but it's not common knowledge.
Surely it makes little difference if the aliens wanted them to win, because it's whether they intervened or not is the real key factor here. They can't just make them.
Did they send that to his brain?
Power of positivity.
A dream.
Or maybe Constantine got a bowl of water, dipped his feet in it, and dropped down to hell to make a deal with the devil.
Maybe.
Smoked a few cigarettes, popped back up, and then won. Equally as logical.
That'll make a good movie. This pillar reads, "Here is the one antenna of the 7 electrodynamic points, which from its own glowing core, alive the earth breathes all life. Here are the astral entities that were..." I literally had this earlier and then now I've...
That's an Egyptian, isn't it?
It is.
It's a pharaoh.
Hatshepsut.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it that way. I don't think it is pronounced that way.
Hatshepsut.
Eknaton. Jesus the Christ. Abraham.
The Lincoln.
Confucius. Or Confucius. Muhammad.
The Ali.
Buddha.
The Buddha.
Gandhi.
Just Gandhi.
Martin Luther King. Francis of Assisi.
Huh.
And also you.
Me?
If you want to the constructive brotherhood of all the peoples, think about it intensely. 3 minutes. Thought is construction.
3 minutes is a long time.
And that's a confusing transcript.
So where is this transcript again, sorry?
That is in Italy.
On the pillar.
Mount Musine at the summit.
Who put it there?
Someone somewhere knows how it got there, but it's not common knowledge.
Is it uncommon knowledge? Is it knowledge?
Somewhere someone knows how it got there.
And this is inscribed on that cross we saw a minute ago.
No, this is
a different pillar.
This is at the summit somewhere.
Well, someone has been on the frickin' LSD, haven't they?
On the juice.
My gosh. Who's Eknaton? I've not heard of that one.
Is it Eknaton or Ignatian?
Ignatian? I don't know. You tell me. I've not heard of them.
Me neither.
I don't know who they are.
The science.
Have we thought about it for 3 minutes yet? What happens if you think about it for 3 minutes?
You've got to think about it for 3 minutes intensely. Now, the trouble is, if nothing happens, did nothing happen because it's bullshit and nothing happens? Or were you just not intense enough?
Yeah.
I'm going to say you weren't intense enough.
It's not the first time I've heard that. You could say it's the story of my life, in fact.
The science.
Science!
The skepticism.
Where's the science? You can't just shrug at me. That doesn't count as science.
The skepticism here will be our own. So.
Skepticism. Do we have any evidence?
No.
Any x-rays or scans, photos of the burn?
No.
Do we even know that the hikers existed?
No.
That's a pretty big no, that one. We know that Constantine won that war, at least.
We know that the cross is actually there.
Yeah, we know the landmark is there, and we know Constantine, although someone could have come up with that story after the fact.
We know that inscription is there.
So this is basically the equivalent of me and you getting a stone slab, doing a bit of inscribing on it, and then sticking it on the top of a hill in the park, and then seeing what rumour takes off in 30 years.
Yes, you could say that.
I quite like that idea.
So to summarise, we have taken a look at Mount.
I'm so
Dew.
sorry. I wasn't even going to say Mount Dew. Remember in the news, was it 2022? It might have been earlier, it might have even been 2021, 2020. It could have been COVID kind of times.
It's a long time ago.
Those plinths kept popping up all around the world. Just randomly, there was like pillars popping up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is that doing there? Is it aliens? Because random people were just putting plinths up.
Yeah. Mad times.
Aspirations.
So to summarise again, we have taken a look at Mount Musine and the strange goings on. We first take a look at the case of the two hikers who were blinded by a flash, and when one came to, the other was gone. A search party consisting of other hikers was formed, and hours later they found the hiker. Still in shock and with a leg burn, once they had come round, they told them of how they saw a UFO. 4 aliens, and was paralysed on the spot and then started to float up. We then took a look at a case of 2 others in 96, seeing a UFO atop the mountain. Next up is looking into the white cross atop the mountain that Constantine dreamt of before victory in the Battle of Turin. And last, we spoke of the plaque at the summit of the mountain. So, Grey Nuts, do you believe that there is something extraterrestrial about Mount Musine? Or is it just a mount of misinformation and bullshit?
I think that rumours are circulating about this Mountain Dew to bullshit. Oh yeah. Nailed it! It's very easy and romantic to say that Constantine dreamt of victory before victory and agreed to convert to Christianity or whatever. I mean, he may well have, but that doesn't give us any indication of it being extraterrestrial related.
Could have literally just said he did.
And outside of that one, we've just got, as we discussed, a couple of plinths or similar that have popped up, which is kind of cool. Gives a landmark to encourage people to stroll towards, take photos and whatnot. So I'm all for that, but doesn't mean that it's aliens in my book, unfortunately.
For me, this is one of the ones where there is not enough information. We don't have enough credible sources. We don't have the names of any of the hikers or anyone from either of the accounts where UFOs were seen.
Yeah.
It's just 2 people saw this, 2 people saw that. Mm-hmm. Not even a name.
Yeah.
So therefore, it can't be verified. We have no authority that has taken a look into these either.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I am going to say that this is aliens.
There was no other way to conclude.
All right. Thank you for joining us. No, I kid. It's bullshit. This is not aliens. Thank you all for joining us on this hike of an episode. You can find us on our socials at But It Was Aliens. That's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, now known as X.
Nobody calls it X.
Where we have a Facebook group called If you can't get enough of our extraterrestrial goodness, you can find us over on Patreon. 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 There we go. / But It Was Aliens. Where for less than a cup of coffee a month, you can have access to Side Probes, the spin-off of But It Was Aliens, where we cover things outside of the extraterrestrial, such as reincarnation, ghost dogs, ghost pirates, ghost pegs, and Rasputin's dick. As always, I have been Moonwalker, and he has been Greybeard. Remember, the truth is up there. #.